Hello everybody, Keith here again. I'm going to do a repot of a mini phal that I bought in Salisbury on our long weekend away. I bought it for the glass jar as much as for the orchid, although the orchid's lovely. But the thing that really annoys me about it, as you'll be able to see on this one, is here. Water weekly by placing 2 ice cubes on the surface of the bark. I'm really sorry that that sort of rubbish has crossed the Atlantic. Anyway, this little yellow and orange phal in this jar. The jar's, I don't know, about 15 inches by 4 inches, something like that. I was hoping to use it to keep a Vanda in rather than hang it up, which I can't cope with. But talking to Sarah Ritterhausen of the Burnham Orchids company at the Bournemouth Orchid Show, she said that that is nowhere near big enough for a Vanda, and she showed me the roots on some of those that they were selling and suggested that I look for one of the smaller Vandaceous orchids, like something like an Ascocendrum. So I'm going to have to try and find one of those from another supplier. But I've got the jar won't go amiss, I'm sure. And I've got this cute little phal which really needs repotting, because of course the glass jar has no holes in the base, so you can't regulate the water at all, and the little phal is completely lost in all this bark. So I've got a load of bark, I've got a nice little phal in what looks like quite good condition. So the idea is to give it a repot, and hopefully there'll be enough bark in here, which is obviously quite new, quite small. Well, you can see that with all the shine from the thing. But I'm going to try taking it out. And I've got an air cone pot over here, which is an existing one that I've cleaned and sterilised. So let's see whether I can get this out without destroying everything. At least I can get my hand into the... Oh, hello! Ha! Well. I don't need to repot it, boys and girls, because it's in a pot. The little darling is already in a pot. Okay. Now then, what I wonder is that in. Now, I am quite surprised how good those roots look. Now I think, all things considered, it's probably worth doing a repot, or at least having it out of the pot to have a look and see what state it's in. But I get the impression, that's all fairly new. There's a little tiny bit of moss in there as well. But oh, here we go, of course we do. We've got some coconut pieces underneath the centre of the orchid. Well, that figures out. Oh dear, I've taken one of the flowers off, which is a shame, but it was one that was on its way out. So I'd better give those a soak, but it does look as if that is going to come off really without an awful lot of trouble. It's starting to come away anyway. The roots don't look bad. The roots don't look bad at all. So with a bit of luck, I am going to be able to talk to Keithy. I'm going to be able to repot this little darling, put it back in the pot it came in, which is nice. Although actually, no, I don't think potting it up, I don't think that, I think will be too big. It'll be better going back into that one, it'll be better contained. But considering all I've done with that is very, very gently knock that out of its pot. I'm not going to reuse that. It doesn't look great. It's had that fibre in the middle, so it's obviously been there a little while. Some of these roots, I don't know if they're alright or not, but they feel good, you know. So, what I want to do now is go and give it a rinse and soak it in some rainwater, give it a chance to pump those roots up before I get in there with it. And we'll then look to put the little sweetheart up. And we've got lots of bark in there that's going to do. So I don't think, all in all, where are we? Always working back to front on this silly thing. You can see the roots don't look bad, and it's a very pretty little orchid, is that? Isn't it, you know? I'll get the hang of waving this thing at the camera in a minute. And I'm really pleased with that. So, I'm going to leave you for a few minutes and then we'll come back and we'll have another few minutes to finish it off. Okay, back again. There were a few bits of root that needed fetching off, but I'm glad to say, oh, you'll see it, like here, some of these roots which have been in the middle and haven't been exposed to light for a bit, have started to green up as soon as they hit some water, and most of the others that were silver have started to green, so I'm really, really pleased with that. So if that goes back in there, I reckon we're going to be alright. We're going to be alright at that. Very nicely. So I've got all this bark in here that I can use for a start. So that's about the right height. Say the other day about staking in an air cone pot, not to use the middle of the pot, otherwise it's too shallow, so I better remember that bit of advice. So if I clip those back on again, I can carry on now and finish off topping this up with some more of this bark. Sorry, I keep sticking the jar in the way, don't I? in, no air pockets. I can see the roots can now get to the outside, so I'm really quite chuffed with that. It's a nice little plant, lovely little flower, as I say. Where are we? Oh dear, I'll get used to this in a minute. Like that, yellow and orange, really pretty. Didn't really want another no ID Phal, although at least it's a mini one. But I reckon that's a decent addition to the collection. Anyway, that's that one. I think the next thing to do is to show you the other plants that I picked up at the Bournemouth show. That was bought in Marks and Spencer's in Salisbury before we actually got there. This one came as a freebie. I bought another dendrobium, which you'll see in a sec, and they gave me this one as a freebie. This is Dendrobium Hamana Lake, or Hamana Lake, Hamana, and then the variant is Kumi, Kumi, and that came from Orchid Floriculturing Inc., a Thai company that was trading at the show. Nice little beast. It's obviously well into flowering size, so it's not going to get an awful lot bigger. It's in moss. Now I know Roger's happy with his being in moss because he's got a mountain, the ones that he got from the same company. Mounts are just not going to work for me. So I'm afraid that mine are going to end up in pots, so I'm going to have to be a bit cute. Now this one is probably the most curious orchid I think I've ever seen in my life. It's one that I've heard of, one I wanted to see for definite, and one that I now own. And it's one of about 4 or 5 variants of this blessed thing. This is Dendrobium tetragonum, from the really weird canes, which are square instead of being round, which most of them are. But this one is the subspecies Giganteum. They had another one on the same stand, that was probably only this high. The whole plant was only that high. So I got this one. I could have got more, but then again I could have spent an absolute fortune at that show. There were some astonishing plants there, especially Paphiopedilums. If you had deep pockets, there were some slippers there that would make your bank manager blink. But no, these were very reasonable indeed. And this one, oh dearie dear, I will get this right in a minute. Just there, look, it's got a couple of buds to come. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that one flower and seeing how I managed to cope with it. The last full-grown plant, I think I've sort of saved the best to last. This one is Dendrobium Frosty Dawn. It's slightly different to the one that Roger got, because on this one the orange on the lip is wider, and I presume that's just the difference between one seedling and another, or one clone and another. It's got one quite large new growth there. I don't know whether you can see it or not from that close, but you can see on that little stem there are tiny little black speckles, which is what makes this one of the black hair types. And then around this side, just here is another small new growth. So that one I am thrilled to bits with. But as I say, if ever you're going to a show and you hear that orchid floriculturing is going to be there, take a very large amount of money with you and you will not be coming home with any cash left, believe me. I could have spent an absolute fortune just on dendrobiums, and their cattleyas were truly mind-boggling. And just before I finish, I'd like to just show you this, although I'm not honestly sure how much you're going to be able to see. This is a twinkle. I bought two at the East Midlands Orchid Show. They were on special offer because they'd gone past flowering, so the trader was clearing them out. And my fault, didn't know them well enough. The pseudobulbs were so dry, so drained, that they were all flat. They weren't showing any wrinkles whatsoever. And I thought, oh, perhaps that's just a variant on this particular version. This is a white one. But no, I repotted it and I got it back. I wasn't sure what I was going to find, so I repotted this and its mate, the red one, which was definitely in better nick. Repotted it, watered it, and then I was doing the inspection as you do, and I found a new growth just there. Well, I've been away and I had another look round, hoping that nothing had died or suffered in the heat, because it's been very warm in here while we've been away. And lo and behold, we've got two more new growths showing up. Now, you're really not going to be able to see these down in the middle, I don't think, down here. But again, when I went away, there was one new growth. And I've come back and there are now three. So a plant that I actually didn't know whether I was going to get a complete mug to buy it and it was going to die on me, or what, I don't know. I mean, this is the other one that I bought. This is the red one. You can see on this one the pseudobulbs are quite different, absolutely solid, fully inflated, and now you've got one new growth there, another one there. Oh, there's three altogether. There's one there, and one around the back. So that one's definitely the happier of the two, although the one that put up the fewer new growths. So anyway, that's enough of my ramblings, I think, for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again fairly soon, I suspect.